What is going on, everybody, and welcome back once again. My name is Jordan, also known as J Monster, and joining me again this evening is AdmiralThrawn. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this battle and your strategy going into it while the troops get set up and such?
Sure, yeah. So this is the first game of the final series for the Third Age Total War Tournament Season 3. I'm going up against AzkDaDwarf. And so I basically figured I would go the same strategy that I've used to great effect so far this tournament. Just a balanced Gondor army, heavy infantry, good archers, great cavalry. And yeah, just sort of basically take this and then out-micro them from there. So that was my plan going in, just sort of the same strat.
Yeah, I noticed that. A very similar formation, pretty similar army composition. You got, what, 2 units, the Swan Knights, and 4, I think, Gondor Cav?
Yeah, 4 Gondor Cav, 2 Swan Knights, and then 2 dismounted Swan Knights, 2 Citadel Guard, some Gondor infantry, some Lasarnock Axemen. They're pretty good for their value.
They're
And
actually, yeah, they're really good, and they have the AP, which is good against Isengard.
definitely, yeah. So I just sort of figured, yeah, just take a balanced force and see what he brings. Mm.
Definitely went heavy on the Cav, though. Are you expecting to kind of overwhelm his
Yeah,
cavalry and use them to just smash his lines apart?
definitely, yeah. I mean, I found that in Medieval 2 Cav is critical. If you have Cav and he doesn't, which he mean Isengard he won't, or he still won't have much after the Cav battle, the idea was that I would just be able to envelop him and just crush him. That was
But
the idea.
as we see, that doesn't exactly turn out the way you wanted it to.
And not exactly. This guy is really good. Apparently, he's played like a ton of multiplayer. So yeah, he definitely knows his stuff.
Yeah, I've played with him in the past. He's actually really good. So
Yeah.
let's take a look at his army here. He's got, wow, a lot of AP, a lot of light infantry backing up his Warg Riders, which is a good idea.
Definitely.
It'll be interesting to try to see how he kind of keeps that force together, because he's going to have to contend with the slowness of the infantry units, and as well as being able to react to your cav movements. So
Yeah, keeping Cav with infantry is really hard to do. I tried it in that first high elf battle I played against you, but I couldn't really pull it off. It
yeah,
takes a lot of micro skill. And plus, one thing that surprised me was that his infantry that he brought with the Cav, they aren't actually all that good for countering Cav. They're mostly just there as a meat shield. So I figured I could just ride over them, but he was able to effectively play the mechanics, so I couldn't. Like, which you'll see pretty soon.
yeah. Actually, don't Warg Riders have AP as well, which makes them especially like
I'm not sure they
effective?
might. They definitely are better against Cav than you would think. They're amazing, and they definitely lose against Cav, but especially versus light Cav, they're able to hold their own pretty well.
Hmm. They make really good shock cav, and I believe that they do have AP, which means that they can kind of crunch their heavier Gondor counterparts if they're well supported, and it looks like they are.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm pretty sure that they do have. They have something going on at least. Yeah, they definitely were good in this battle.
But he's walking right into the teeth of your archers, which when I first saw this, I kind of thought you had it like immediately in the bag there, and that you were just going to dominate this whole fight, because like you have so much range on his troops. His troops are kind of like strung out, not really in any kind of like actual formation. Looks like they're just trying to like form a line in front of your troops. But
True, but that being said, the spaghetti orcs is actually a good strategy because the spaghetti line makes it harder for the archers to hit, especially in the rain like this. So with the rain, it makes it just much harder to be accurate with the archers.
oh, here comes
Yeah, he tries moving in his infantry to basically push back my cab, which is it's actually a good idea. I should probably start doing that.
oh yeah, let's look at that cat fight over there on the flanks. He is managing to get, and it looks like you were busy with the fight on the flanks, but he does manage to get his Dunlanding clansmen in amongst your archers.
Yeah, that was actually a good idea on his part. It didn't really kill many, and he lost the unit, but it pushed my archers back and made it so that I had worse range.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the cav fights, I'm able to kill a fair number of wargs, but if you look at just the bodies on the ground, he was able to kill a ton of my guys. It was nuts. Like, you
Yeah,
just see all these dead Swan Knights and dead Gondor horsemen.
yeah, he mulched one unit over here between the Uruk Reavers and the Warg Riders.
Oh, yeah, no, it was nuts. I did not expect that from the cav engagement.
Yeah, neither did I. I thought you were just going to tear right through him, but
Totally, yeah.
yeah, definitely got you on the defensive here. He's chasing with the unit of Warg Riders. Very outnumbered unit.
Oh, yeah, totally. I just, like, once I saw what was happening, I just said, okay, screw this, I'm out of here, and just ran away with all my cav. Just to preserve them. And then I pulled them way around the flank because I figured, okay, if I can't fight them, I'll just go around them, get them stuck on my infantry, and then basically kill them from there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, his Dunland and Clansmen, I'm looking at the infantry fight now. They are getting cut up, but they are managing to get some pretty decent kills on that Citadel Guard unit. which
Yeah, they
is
are. It was surprising. I mean, Citadel Guard aren't great, but like I expected them to do more.
against
And
other
then,
spearmen, certainly.
true, yeah. Then the pikemen are, of course, just great for head-on infantry clashes.
Oh, they're so good. They're surprisingly good given their low attack values, but they're
Oh yeah,
actually very good at what they
oh
do.
totally. It's a medieval two mechanics thing. If they have the long pike attribute, it means that you can't really get close, and so the animations can't get pulled on them. So yeah,
He got a nice charge off on your Blackroot Vale archers here, like a brutal charge.
true. But I don't really mind that because I sort of figured that would bait him out there, so I could come over with my cav.
Mm-hmm.
Though he sees me and he's able to pull back.
And he does actually lose. Well, looks like he loses a few wargs in there, but oh yeah, he just sees there's no escape. He's just going to commit to it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Problem is, he's got his infantry backing him up there, so it's like I don't really want to fight this out in the long haul.
Mm-hmm. You know what I think part of the strength of the wargs is that very loose formation they have. It allows them to kind of just like get into a formation and surround people.
Yeah, definitely, it does.
Get a lot of like
So,
early kills.
yeah, so it's harder for them to get like that sort of solid, like crushing through a unit, but it does mean that they have like they stick it out in close combat pretty nicely.
Mm-hmm. Take a look at your left flank right now. See what's going on. Looks like he's going to surround you.
Yeah, he's definitely moving around to like take me out here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pulling back my cav to sort of keep preserving them because I sort of figured the cav would be useful in the late game, so it's like definitely keep them alive.
Yeah, you want to keep them up as long as you can, and like an exchange where he loses some warg riders but you lose swan knights is pretty good for him.
Oh yeah, no, it's like Swan Knights are so expensive. I need to keep them alive.
Brutal fight going on in the center here. Just he's got such a good army composition. He's just got you pinned here.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, no. At this point, I was definitely starting to panic. Yeah.
Yeah, he's taking care of most of your ranged units, and he's just got his crossbows just bearing in on you. But it looks like you're coming from behind there with some swan knights, gonna try and silence them. But
Yeah, I'm finally able to shake his Warp Riders back here, so I'm able to move in with the Swan Knights and the other cav to take out his archers. But the thing is, he's still chasing me though, so I can't really. It's not as if I've defeated his cavalry. His cavalry is still out there, and they're still dangerous.
mm-hmm.
So I basically am sort of on borrowed time here because he's going to show up pretty soon.
Yeah, he's very good at using the mechanics because you got a nice charge off on his Urukai crossbowmen who were completely undefended, but he just moved them and made you chase a little bit, so you only took down like 5 or 6 instead of wiping out half the unit.
Yeah, that's one medieval mechanic that I really dislike. It's that if you sort of run away as soon as the cav gets close to you, then you take less damage, whereas if you hold your ground, then you take more damage, which seems very wrong from like an actual tactics point of view, but you know.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. It's a little jarring when you have your like fully braced heavy infantry taking huge damage to a cav charge from the front. It's a little confusing, but
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. But I mean, like, yeah, I guess it's like laws of momentum and stuff, but even still, it doesn't make that much sense.
Mm-hmm. He's using his cav really well. I'm actually really impressed.
He is, yeah. I am able to break this one unit that tried to surround me on the Urukai Raiders. So that was definitely a good engagement on my part. I was able to use my Swan Knights to break them.
Oh, yeah, in the back there.
Yeah, but that being said, though, my infantry line is just getting crushed. Like, his pikemen have just slaughtered my heavy infantry.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Although you did manage to rout a unit of his Urukai infantry, he's just got so much, and you're heavily, heavily outnumbered now.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. Like, this Isengard heavy infantry pikemen combo is a really dangerous combination.
Mm-hmm. Your Swan Knights are doing real well against this unit of Urukai Raiders, though. They're just eating them.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, Swan Knights are definitely worth the high cost. They will just eat most units if they actually have the chance to. But if they get surrounded or, like, you know, cut off, then they have problems.
Mm-hmm. At this point, I guess you were thinking that you really need to get some nice charges off on the back of his line, otherwise things are just not going to go well.
But the problem is, at this point, though, there really isn't much back to his line because there isn't much of my line, so he can just turn around whenever he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I have very few good options at this point.
There's those Lasarnak Axemen giving it to these Urukai infantry. Looks like you're...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Break them. That's a bit of a win for you right now, because now you can start flanking his pikemen.
Definitely, yeah. That was sort of my big break. I was able to sort of, like, move up around this flank to start killing him there. But even so, it's like, it's hard to get much out of that. Just because the rest of my infantry line is just so much in tatters, and he has this huge chunk of infantry here that's just, like, really solid and hard to kill with cavalry.
Yeah, he's just broke your flank, too. Your left flank is gone.
Oh, yeah, and I have, like, so little cav left. I have, like, 9 Swan Knights plus 9. I have 18 Swan Knights left. That's not much at all.
Although you are managing to rout his infantry. Did you kill his general at any point in this? Because I haven't seen
I think I did a little while back, yeah.
That's a pretty big blow to him right there. I mean,
Yeah, definitely. But even so, Isengard, they don't really need a general as much as, say, Mordor does. They have pretty solid morale.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a bit of a breakthrough there in the center, rolling up that line. It's
A
gonna
bit
be,
of a breakthrough, yeah, just a little bit of a breakthrough.
but you are well situated with your 2 units of Athelian Rangers to kind of stem that tide as it comes through there.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. My archers were proving to be really useful in this battle, but even so, if you look at this, I'm not killing that many of them. I think it was partially the rain that reduced the accuracy, and partially just that some of them had died because of the Warp Riders, but it's like, yeah, I'm not actually doing a whole lot of damage to them.
Looks like he's turning them around here, which probably... It's a hard decision, because when you break through like that and there's archers on either side of you, but you have like a tempting infantry blob that you want to take a shot at.
Yeah. I think I made the right call here, because chasing the archers would have basically taken this really healthy unit out of the fight, whereas here, there's not much that I can do to like rear charge him, because my Swan Knights are so depleted. So it's like, I would say he was better off taking out the infantry.
Yeah. Well, those Swan Knights are still holding their ground, though. Oh, they're wavering.
Well, yeah, no, the Swan Knights, they're, yeah, there's like, I think, 7 of them left at this point. We've got a couple of Gondor Cav, too, but it's like, I mean, Swan Knights are great, but what are 3 Swan Knights going to do against 75 or high infantry?
Not a whole heck of a lot.
Yeah, 2 now, I guess, yeah. One Swan Knight. Yeah.
You're doing good, focusing all your cavalry on that one wing, though, on the right. Just managing... It looks like you're going to manage to break that big blob of infantry, which is huge, because that's a healthy unit. That's like 46 Urukai.
Right, definitely. Yeah, taking out those infantry was really useful, but he's still got so many pikemen left, though.
He's got a lot of pikemen left, but it doesn't seem like he's doing a whole lot with them right now.
True, yeah. I mean, the weakness of pikemen is obviously they're so slow that it's hard for them to actually be that useful.
Looks like he started to run them, broke formation. Though he is starting to surround your troops here. This is going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, being able to micro pikemen with running them is really a good skill. Yeah. So he's definitely decisively won the infantry fight.
Oh, absolutely.
But
friggin' mess in the center.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I have cavalry and archers left, and generally speaking, cavalry and archers will beat pikemen in a straight-up fight.
He doesn't have any crossbowmen left at all.
Yeah, none, and also no Warp Riders. So it's like he has very few tools to chase after my cavalry and archers.
And that arrow storm, it's just coming in, just taking out these... Because pikemen are really great in an infantry fight, but they're super vulnerable to ranged.
Definitely, yeah. One thing that I think he forgot to do, actually, which would have helped him, is he could have put his troops in this formation like the pikemen. That would have really helped him out, I think, but he didn't. Or he did later, but he doesn't at this point. Though these guys are pretty loose, but these other guys here are pretty grouped up, so it's like, yeah, they're definitely taking some damage.
Oh, those Swan Knights are just going to get out of there in time. That Gondor... Yeah. I think most of your Gondor Cav is now gone.
Yeah, I think I have, like... Yeah, I think they just ran away. But yeah, I've still got a grand total of 6 Swan Knights left. 1 unit of 5, 1 unit of 1. And I just say, okay, I'm just going to keep those guys alive and hopefully get some charges off on these swordsmen.
And 3 units of archers. I'm just loving this slaughter in the middle here. It's just such a close battle. This is great to watch.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, no, yeah. This is going to drag on for a while actually, because I sort of say, okay, there's no way that I'm going to engage those pikemen with my archers, so I'm just going to like basically skirmish them down and use all my arrows and kill as many pikemen as I can before I actually, make an engagement.
It looks like a unit of Urukai actually do manage to catch some Athelian Rangers, which is a nice. It's a bit of a
true. They do, yeah. But that one Swan Knight's able to come in and does he kill anyone?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he killed somebody. Oh, what a hero!
I don't think so. Yeah, he definitely gets kudos for being like the hero of the battle.
Look at him go, and those pikemen just can't consolidate quick enough.
Yeah, they really can't.
Yeah, and there come the Athelian Rangers. Are these guys out of... Oh yeah, they're out of ammunition. There's the swords.
Yeah.
That's a bad fight from the front, though. They're super lightly armored.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to fight that. But I do have a couple other archer units, though, that still have a lot of ammunition, so I'm going to basically save those guys and keep shooting down this wall of pikemen.
Let's turn it up to about 2 times, just so.
Yeah, definitely. So you count it off so we can get it synced up.
All right, right now.
Okay, that too.
Yeah, he's still chasing. Oh, you still have that unit of 5 Swan Knights right there, just going in.
Yeah, totally.
Oh wow, you didn't. It looks like you lost a couple of them, but
Yeah, I did, but I was able to kill some of the infantry though, which is what's important.
yeah, and slow them down.
Yeah, totally.
See, this is kind of an atypical Isengard force, because what you usually see in games where people play Isengard is that they want to take full advantage of Berserkers. And I don't see a single Berserker on the field. I don't think he had any.
Yeah, Berserkers, they're really nice, like, in and of themselves, but I'd say they aren't really all that worth it to an overall battle strategy, just because there's so few of them that it's hard for them to actually do a lot of damage. So they can last for a while, and they can cut through some heavy infantry, but for their cost, I sort of agree that they aren't as worth it as other units might be. Just because, like, I mean, if you have so few guys, it's hard to kill that many guys, you know?
Sometimes they really can be. It depends on kind of who you're playing against. Against
True.
Gondor, maybe not the best idea because they're lightly armored and because of that they're very vulnerable to cavalry charges.
Yeah, definitely.
And as fighting a Gondor player, I'm sure he watched some of the other replays. He knew you're going to bring a lot of cavs, so it's probably a deliberate choice on his part.
Yeah, totally. I was able to do a lot of HP damage to the Uruk-hai Berserkers in that one Isengard battle against, I think, Arrow. So, yeah. At this point, he basically sort of says, okay, he's just going to wait out wait out the archer fire and hope that he has enough pikemen left afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So this takes a while. If you want to up it to, like, times 6, that would make sense.
Sure. Let's do it right now.
Yeah, we actually did this as well during the battle. He just said, okay, let's up it to times 6 while you just expend all your arrows, and then we can sort of see who wins.
Just stand there and take it.
Yep. And I mean, these Uruk-hai can do it. These pikemen have lasted really well against my arrows. I mean, if you look here, I'm not killing that many of them at all.
Mm-hmm. They're not Dunland pikemen. They are actually very heavily armored, but still, I would have expected more of them to die.
Yeah, I think it's the rain. I think the rain really hurts the archer accuracy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of them are just landing in front of them.
Yeah, definitely. But then the rain actually also hurts cavalry, as I understand it. So I think the rain definitely worked a bit against me in this battle, but even so, it was like, yeah, these guys are just so heavily armored, it's hard to hit them.
I'm really liking this gentleman's agreement to just sit here and take it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, at this point he finally realizes that he can put his pikemen in loose formation. I think if he had done that earlier, he would have done a lot better. But at this point, it's a bit too late, you know? Because he hasn't got that many pikemen left, and I've got a ton of infantry.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the numbers.
And so I'm able to sort of surround him, as you can see.
Yeah, here we go.
Yep.
I can't believe you still have Swan Knights left after all of that.
Yeah, I like to keep a couple of cav alive, because late in the battle, it's worth it to have, like, those 3 guys.
Mm-hmm. The morale shock, especially when generals are dead.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Boom.
So, yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, right there, I'm able to sort of roll up his line, engage the pikemen one at a time. And the Swan Knights actually definitely end up being useful here, being able to get those rear charges off. Like, even if it's just 3 guys, against a unit of 26, it's kind of, like, worth it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was fantastic. That was just was down to the line, to the last few seconds there.
Well, that really was, yeah. That was one of the closest battles I've ever played.
Well, I can't wait to get to the second one, so let's go and do that.
Sounds good, cool.
All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.